On everyone, hope everybody's okay. Coming on this morning to do this card. I seen it on Pinterest and thought it was unusual and it was lovely, so I thought, well, I'll give it a go. So I tried to reverse deconstruct it to reconstruct it again, and I think I've got it, but we'll see. So first off, you're going to need 4 pieces of card that you can see my measurements, that measure 4 inches by 6 inches. So you need 4. Okay, so that's going to be our base. 2 of them you're going to take to your scoreboard and you are going to score them at 1.5 inches and 3 inches. Okay, you can just see my score lines there. So that's 1.5 inches and 3 inches on 2 of them. Okay, so that's our base and our 2 that we've scored. Then on the 4th one, you're going to take it. Now, if you have laying and dies, you might have one that will cut you a window, and the window needs to be 2 inches by 4 inches. Okay, so I've cut my window. Failing that, if you're good with a craft knife and a metal ruler, just give yourself a 1-inch border all the way round. So 1 inches all the way round, and just cut it out if you're handy with a craft knife, but please be careful. So yeah, so that's all the components we need. Oh no, we need a strip, a 1-inch strip. Well, we need 2 1-inch strips by 6 inches. Okay, so you just cut them at 1 inch by 6 inches. And I'll give you all the DSP layering as we go. So first off, the 2 that we've cut is scored. Okay, we're going to just fold on them. See, I've got all my measurements on the back. Fold on them. Let me find my other one's in the other room. My Teflon one, love that thing. So we'll just give them a quick burnish. Now, I figured out there's 2 ways you can do this. I'll show you me demo ones. I use my ugly cardstock for these. Right, there's 2 ways. You can see I made a boo-boo as well, that you can do this with these pieces. Okay, you can either do them where you have the join down the middle, but don't worry about it because that'll be getting covered up, so you can see where we're going from there. Or you can do it where you don't have the join down the middle. See, it's no join. So we're going to do it this way today, hopefully. So what we need to do with these 2 that we've burnished, we're going to take our back panel and you are going to fold them so that they look like a, I don't know, a Z with an extra long bit. Okay, so you're going to fold them like that. Okay, now this one is going to go on this side. No, hang on. See, this is where you'd have to be careful. Right, there's my piece. So we've got that one, we've got that filled. That's it. Right, it's going to go this way. Okay, so you fold it in half like that. You're going to put glue on this very end piece. See, this is where this gets confusing. So we've put glue on that bit, okay, and this is going to be our front bit, so it's on that bit there. And we're going to glue that onto the end, the very end of our base card. Okay, oops, give it a burnish down till that glue takes. So it's going to essentially look like that. Okay, so we've got this bit glued down, then we have this bit, and then we have our front bit. Okay, so again, we want them to join in the middle. So again, what you're going to do is you're going to have it so that it looks like that on the end of our card. Okay, so again, we're putting glue on that 1.5 inch, the first 1.5 inch on your card. Okay, so you can see there's my card, 1.5 inch, 1.5 inch, and that. Okay, so we're going to glue this down. On the end of our card. Okay, so what we have is that. Okay. Now I'm going to put all our layers on. I have mine all here. So you're going to need a piece that measures these bigger pieces on the end here are essentially 3 inches by they're 4 inches length and 3 inches wide. So you need a piece that measures 2 7/8 by 3 7/8 to go there. Okay, or if you do it in quarters, you need 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. But I just have a little tiny border. Right, these measure 1.5 inches by 4 inches. So you want 1 and, where am I? Where's my ruler? No, centimetres. So you want just 2/8 short of 1/2 inch. So you want 1 inch by 2/8 short of 1/2 inch. And 3 7/8. Okay, to go there. Okay, and we're going to do the same on the other side. So we get them stuck down first before I confuse myself anymore. And this is old, it's a Craftwork cards paper I'm using, actually. But I'm trying to use up all my old stash before I start buying all my new stash. So yeah, this is the Craftwork cards old paper collection. I can't even remember what it's called, but I know it has the masquerade masks on it. Not that that'll help you, like, but so I'll get all these stuck down. If you hear any noise, I tried to get this up before the hubby moved on to the back garden cutting the grass, but I've just noticed he's out there. So if you hear a noise, it's just him cutting the grass, and I'm very sorry. The windows are shut, like, so you shouldn't hear him that bad. But if you've got earphones in, I'm just forewarning you before I get told off. I'm always getting told off me, you know. Don't throw them scissors down. They bang and I near jump out my skin. Well, that's what you get for wearing earphones when you're watching YouTube. So how's everyone going? Are we all still surviving, hanging in there? I don't know. I go out shopping once a week to one shop to do my head in. And I don't know about everyone stocking up on toilet rolls, but they had no cards, no greeting cards. Well, they had some, but they were all like ones that you just didn't want or didn't need, you know. So I think people have stocked up on greeting cards as well. I don't know if anybody else has noticed, or whether it's just my local shop. There he goes past the window. So I hope that didn't annoy you too much. Okay, so there's my layers. Okay, now I am going to do these ones. I'm not going to do the back of this one, I'll just do the little ones. Okay, and I've got my two. There he is, right in front of the window now. These just measure exactly the same as the ones for the front. I just wanted to cover up my writing, that's all. Well, me. Where I wrote the measurements down. Oops. Now, I must say to you one thing. When you do the front of this card, I'll show you. When you do the front here, these front panels, try not to decorate them, or if you do decorate them, try and leave them as flat as you possibly can, and you'll see why in a minute. How many times do you need to come past the window? Okay, so that's us all. I wanted to decorate them bits there because when the card is open you will see them bits, but you won't really see the back of this. Okay, so there's all our layers on. Now these 1" by 6" strips, what I want you to do is take the two of them. I want you to fold your card in, okay, and I want you to take them, try and get them as even as you can, and just fold them round the edge of your card and give them a little mush. Okay, and do the same on this end. Just take it and fold it round. Okay, so you get two pieces that look like that. Okay, and then what you're going to do is this front piece that we cut our frame out of, you're going to take that, turn it over, and you're going to glue these strips onto the end there, but don't glue them. You can't even see what I'm doing. Don't glue. I'm definitely going to have to alter this tripod because it's doing me head in. Don't glue them so that they're like really taut. We want them to have a bit of, see, like that. So you're going to glue them onto the back side of the one that we have the frame on. Okay, or tape them, whichever you prefer. I'm going to use me glue. I love this glue. It's the Nuvo Deluxe adhesive, but it has really good grab on it and it doesn't warp your cardstock, you know, like other PVA type glues. It's really, really good. So you can see I've glued mine on there, but I've left it so it's bowing a bit. Let me just hold that till it grabs properly. Okay, and the same down here. And you're going to do exactly the same on the other end. Okay, so don't pull it too taut. You do want a bit of just giving it a squish. Okay, so that's our front. Now what's going to happen is you're going to thread this through that slit we've just made. So the front of your card is going to thread I need a hole punch. Hang on, before I do anything. Just grab a circle punch. So you're going to want to make like a, try and get it even. You can do yours before you'd actually. So we're just going to punch little finger notches. Now we can thread it through. Okay, so that's going to thread through that end, and then you'll take this end and you'll thread that through there. Okay, and then finger notches are just so you can open your card. Okay, and that's what your card will look like. That's from the top, from facing you, and that's from the top. That's what you'll see. So we can now go ahead and decorate our card. So I've just cut out some balloons and a banner and a sentiment for the inside. Now I want a ball tool and a piece of foam. Because you know me, I hate anything flat. So we're just gonna thingy these balloons a bit so they're not flat. I'm sure that the card is actually called a theatre card or stage card, something to that effect anyway. But I was just seeing it and I thought, well, that's different, and you know me, I love me fun folds. So we're just giving these a bit of a lift, a bit of life. I'm sure you can come up with loads of ideas. Like those of you who do stamping but do like scene building, this would be a brilliant one for you. You could actually do like a theatre type thing. That would be nice. Okay, so we've give them a bit of life. I've got some of my cord and some sticky dots, pokey tool or scissors. To use, oh no, I've got that one there. Use this old one. So I'm just going to turn these all over, put my sticky dots on. These sticky dots are from Craft Stash and they're the dot and dab ones, I think. They're the only round ones I can find anyway, because I do prefer the round foam dots. They seem to fit better on things, I don't know. And if you keep the packaging, this foam, when you're finished, you can make your own enamel dots using it as well. For those of you interested, I'm going to start my pages for my album that we're doing tomorrow. So I'm going to start the pages tomorrow for those of you that are interested. So we're going to cover the inside, cover it front and back tomorrow, and do our page 1 and probably 2, because they'll probably be very similar. Okay, so they're all covered with our dibby dots. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put balloons across the top. I'm going to have the string trailing down my sentiment there. So my sentiment is going there. So I'm going to take some balloons and start adding these, adding some cord. Okay, so I want the big one there. Then I want a couple of small ones. And you're all sitting there and watching me put them down without sticking me strings on. Oh, come on, there's always one. Okay, so I'm going to gather our strings up. So that they'll go down there under our sentiment. Put a bit of tape on them. Okay. Then we'll put our sentiment on to cover that. And this stamp is from a collection from Stamps by Me, and it's this one, and I love it because it actually looks like handwriting, the way she's done her font. So yeah, it's Stamps by Me, and it's the A5 stamp, sending you lots of love, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Look at the size of that floral image. It's gorgeous. So yeah, so there's our outside basically done. So for the inside, we're going to open it out, and I've got Have a Great Day, and I'm going to stick this up on some foam dots. And you know me, give it a bend. So, have a great day. A couple of random balloons. Get some gems. hands. So there's our card. So as I say, it's 4 6x4 sheets of cardstock. 2 of them you will score at 1 inch, 1.5 inch and 3 inch. Okay, that's them 2 that we used to pull out. The front one you will find a 2 inch by 4 inch rectangle, or if you can cut one out with a craft knife, you know, either or, and just make your panel in the front. Then you would stick them on so that your profile looks like that from the top. So you would stick 1.5 inch piece on either side to the back. You would have the fold going in the way, if you can see what I mean. So the first fold would go in so that they meet. You also need 2 strips of 1 inch by 6 inch. You fold that round the front of your card and then attach to the back of the front panel. Okay, and that would give you that. So I hope you give this a go. Mine keeps going in for some reason, because I think it's really unusual card. I hope you give it a go. So yeah, this is the one that I've done. So when you attach your cardstock, you've got your 1.5 inch and your 3 inch score line. You attach this 1.5 inch to your back piece, and you would fold it back on the 3 inch score line, and the same on the other side. You attach the 1.5 inch and then you fold it back so that when you pull it, or your recipient pulls it open, that other score line opens out like that. So I hope you give that a go. Sorry the video is a bit long. Yeah, I hope you give that a try and let me know if you do, because I think it's just so unusual. And as I say, tomorrow we will be doing our first page of our memory book. So take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and I shall speak to you all soon. Bye.